Hi there, guys. I can see that some people have joined us. Welcome to the webinar. This is great. Finally got it all set up. So fantastic. We'll be waiting for people to join us from all around the world. And that's the great thing about TEFL. These will be people from all around the world. So please, in the comment area, write down where you're from, what's drawn you to the website. But really, we'd love to find out where you're based. This will be a webinar regarding courses and course choices on our website. There are a lot of choices out there for companies, organizations, and courses that we provide. This is to simply go through those different options, talk through them. This is an FAQ. If you have questions, please put them on the webinar. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But this is really going through what we do as a company, TEFL, and the different options that we provide in our webinar. We've got someone from South Africa, brilliant. We sell lots of courses to people in South Africa. And we've got someone from the UK, great, fantastic. So we'll just be waiting for more people to join us as we go along. But really, in essence, I might as well introduce myself. Oh, yes, we've got someone from Namibia. Oh, that's great. And Cape Town, fantastic. Canada, wow. Really sort of spanning the world. That's great, fantastic. Super. Yeah, as I was saying, I might as well introduce myself then. So I'm from the UK. My name's Jordan. I work for itoiTEFL. So just to kind of explain where I'm from, I began teaching overseas a few years ago. I did a TEFL course with itoiTEFL and managed to teach overseas. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I did a lot of traveling, and I'd love to travel to some of these locations I can see that are popping up here, South Africa. And yeah, eventually I got some really, really valuable experience. Through this course, I was able to teach people from different ages, different backgrounds, see the world. It was a really great vehicle to travel, teach English in a number of different mediums, from classroom teaching, tutoring, and teaching online. Eventually, I met the love of my life out in Vietnam. She was my academic coordinator, and we ended up traveling and moving back to the UK, where she's currently a teacher here. So I found work with this company, itoiTEFL, who got me qualified through a course, and now I get to help people begin adventures. And this is really what it's about. It's about getting qualifications, finding work, but also having adventures overseas, teaching online, helping people, improving people's prospects. So I can see there's a number of people joining us from all around the world. We'll wait a couple more minutes just to get a few more people in here, and we can start talking about TEFL and the different courses. Great, we've got some more from the UK. Durban, South Africa as well. Great, fantastic, lovely. Okay. Well, might as well start regarding what we do here at itoiTEFL and what your options are really. So in summary, this particular webinar is about choices, the choices that you make and how that affects the opportunities that you can get. Now, it is really important where you get your TEFL qualification from. It's really important which course that you do, and it's really important about being aware about what's viable and what your options are, and why these are influenced by your options, by your choices. Sorry. What is a TEFL course, and why do you do one? So, the reason why I did a TEFL course is I wanted to get away and do something different. I was working in Chichester in pension payroll, and I was just sick of it. I was sick and tired of what I was doing, and I was looking for something different. I was looking for a vehicle to travel and see the world. I wasn't really bothered where. I just really wanted to do something that, for me personally, meant something more. And so I did a TEFL course with itoiTEFL. I managed to secure opportunities in Asia, one of which being Vietnam. So that is why you do a TEFL course. It's enabling you to travel overseas and teach English in a country where the native tongue is not English. So a TEFL course and that acronym TEFL, Teaching English as a Foreign Language, is used in countries in Southeast Asia, South America, Europe, the Middle East. So there's lots of options there, and that's why people will do a TEFL course. Now, you may have been doing your own research. You may have been looking online and you've seen TEFL, you've seen Celta, you've seen Delta, you've seen TESOL, and that is where it can get a bit confusing. So we sell the TEFL course. TEFL is a very recognized acronym for these kind of qualifications, the ELTs, English Learning Qualifications. TEFL, the course that we've sold, it's been selling since 1994, so for a very, very long time. And there are other providers who sell the TESOL. Now, the TESOL itself, teaching English as a second language to others, is really for those. I mean, the thing is with these acronyms, they're kind of interchangeable. There will be opportunities that sell the TESOL, the opportunities that sell the TEFL, but because they've been selling for so long, there are opportunities that will take both. It doesn't really influence the opportunities that you can get. There are more important aspects of those qualifications regarding the organization that sells them and the content within the course and the level of assessment that comes into play, but we'll talk about that later. There's also the Celta. So that is the certificate. Oh, I need to double check this. I do apologize. I always get this wrong. So this is the certificate in English language teaching to adults. It's something that we talk about often with our customers who are doing their own research. So Celta is often sold by a university or a language centre of the Cambridge brand. And that's something people often do. But the Celta in itself is about teaching adults. So it's more orientated around teaching older people. That's what the A stands for, teaching adults. Now, with regards to TEFL and what we sell a course that teaches all contexts. And what I mean by that is teaching all age groups, where the CELTA is orientated around teaching adults. Now, people still use this course to travel around the world and teach children. And I believe just before 2016, when it was disbanded, they did have an add-on course for teaching young learners. But the difference between the CELTA and the TEFL used to be that the TEFL was a lower level of assessment than the CELTA. A CELTA is a level 5 assessment qualification, and level 3 was what TEFL was for people teaching in Asia or doing an internship. But now there are organizations like ourselves that sell the level 5 qualification. Now, because it's the same level of assessment, it ensures that the TEFL qualifications that we sell and the CELTA sold by different organizations, they can get the same opportunities. But there are differences in the qualification. The TEFL qualification enables you to teach children and adults, where the CELTA is more adult orientated. And there are other things as well that affect the price. So the CELTA can be notoriously expensive. It's a 4-week face-to-face course that's normally completed on the grounds of a university or college. And the TEFL qualification, the majority of it, is online. So because there's less face-to-face time, it is much cheaper. It's also much more flexible as well. The CELTA, being face-to-face over the course of 4 weeks, it's kind of hard to plan into your normal routine. The TEFL qualification is much easier to mold. It's much more malleable in your normal day-to-day life, and you can mold it around your current responsibilities. So those are the kind of differences between those acronyms and those different qualifications. But really, in essence, they've become a little bit more interchangeable of late. And TEFL in itself, because it's so well known and it's so well used across the world, it's very well recognized. So you will come across those acronyms and you will come across different qualifications. It's always better to speak to someone who has knowledge about this subject, who can help you with comparisons, and you can always contact our team if it ever does get confusing. So Verona has asked in the questions, can you use the CELTA for teaching children? And yes, you can, absolutely. But you've not been taught how to teach children. The thing about the TEFL market, it has matured over the years, and therefore employers are very, very much looking at certificates and qualifications for what they hold. And the important part about our qualifications, for example, is that we specify on the certificate exactly what you've been taught. And there is a part of the qualification that we hold about teaching young learners. And that's going to be ideal for employers to see when you are applying for language centres and public schools that do have younger children. Now, on top of that as well, there are some really important terms that you need to ensure that you know when you are choosing providers of qualifications. Accreditation is really, really important. And you'll find online there are loads of providers out there selling courses for all different prices and hours, but any good provider of any qualification needs to be accredited. Now, accreditation is the stamp of quality that's put on by a third party, and that third party has judged that company it can sell a qualification and it can sell it well. So we're accredited by the ODLQC, that's the Open Distance Learning Quality Council, and they've accredited our company to ensure that we can sell courses, and that we sell courses that do what they're supposed to do. On top of that as well, regulation is really, really important. What separates us from other providers, although they may be accredited as a course provider, the courses need to be regulated to ensure they're kept at a premium standard. Now, our company, unlike many other companies out there, is regulated by Ofqual, OFQUAL. Now, Ofqual is the governing subsidiary in the UK that regulates the secondary school and tertiary qualifications. They have a body called Gatehouse Awards. They investigate our qualifications all the time, constantly in touch with our academic team with any updates that we've made, any tests that we've marked, to ensure that our standard has been kept to a premium. Now, it's good to have that stamp on our certificates. It's good to have that stamp on our company. But also what that means is that the feedback that our tutors provide is set to a very high standard. Although there may be providers out there that have their tests and assessments marked by computers who maybe have an algorithm, our tutors who are very well versed in TEFL, have been teaching for a number of years, give you serious feedback. They may be judging your lesson plan assessments and looking through to ensure that not only does that match the grading of our courses, but also, is it going to be realistic? Is it going to be something that you can use in a TEFL classroom? So this is why we are Ofqual regulated. Not only does it ensure that the qualification can be used internationally, but also that your work is marked well and you're given really, really good feedback to ensure that you're going to become a good quality teacher. Okay, great. Yes, and on top of that as well, it is really important where you get your qualifications from because it carries weight in the job market. So we talked about accreditation, we've talked about regulation, talked about Gatehouse Awards and Ofqual. On top of that as well, being a household name in the TEFL market doesn't hurt as well. So talking about our company, we were actually the first provider of the short TEFL course. Been selling courses since 1994, qualified over 210,000 different TEFL teachers. So our name is known internationally, which does hold weight with employers. They know as soon as they see that certificate on their desk, they know that that qualification is of a premium standard and that teacher has been graded to a serious standard as well. We offer on top of that a lot of support too. So when you are choosing organizations out there, you need to ensure that that organization offers you the support and advice that carries on forward into your career. On top of that too, the last sort of point really is reviews. So there will be organizations out there that sell courses, but you need to ensure that the reviews that they hold reflect on the courses and the support from their company, the academic support, customer service support. So what I would suggest is having a looking at our reviews as well. So the reviews that we hold in our company are glowing with almost, I think, over 4,500 reviews reflecting on that. So just to answer a few questions that have popped up here. So I'm looking at what course is best for teaching online. So we're going to be moving on to courses soon. Just to kind of answer that, we offer a myriad of different courses in levels of assessment and content. Now, looking at the job market itself, the market expects a professional level of assessment, which would be level 5, like we talked about earlier. So we offer the level 5 courses, and we offer courses that actually include content related to online teaching. So having a certificate that includes that Ofqual regulatory stamp, offers the accreditation stamp, offers that level 5 assessment and content with how to teach online. I'd be looking at one of our online level 5 courses, like the level 5 240-hour TEFL course or the level 5 300-hour diploma. Fantastic. And so I've seen another question here as well. Would you recommend a level 3 course or level 5? And that moves me on quite well to my next sort of chapter, really, explaining the different levels of assessment. So choosing a course, levels of assessment, all seems quite complicated. And you can see on our website, we've got quite a few different choices. Now, level 3 and level 5. Level 3 assessment, and from wherever you're in the world, you may have different qualification tables. Level 3 would be the same level of assessment in the UK as an A level, or in South Africa as a matric. Level 3 qualifications are often done by, in the TEFL market, are done by someone who wants to join an internship or perhaps wants to join a volunteer program. Now, the reason being is often not working out there on a working visa. You're not really getting paid. It's more about getting experience. So it's a short course to get overseas. Now, there are some job opportunities in Asia that do still accept a level 3 assessment qualification. And perhaps you might not be a native English speaker. You feel like you may struggle with a level 5 qualification. And so level 3 might be best suited for you. And level 3 may open the doors to public schools in China, or Thailand, maybe in South America even. But level 5 is the more professional level of assessment, the same level as a Celta or a foundation degree. Now, those qualifications are more for paid work. You can see if you take a country in Asia like Vietnam and you do a level 3 course, it may open the doors to public school jobs, maybe some part-time work. Level 5 would open doors to more serious work, like with language centres and academies and trusts and private schools. And when you look at those different organisations, they offer better rates of pay, better benefits, more security. And so it really will come down to the individual and what they're looking for. But in essence, level 5, as the market has matured, is a more professional qualification and opens the doors to more opportunities. On top of that as well, if you do look at locations, if you're considering Europe or the Middle East, level 5 is what's expected as a minimum. Because the standard of requirements is higher in those set locations, it is just more accepted and something we would suggest. Again, if you do find that you're exploring your options and you're unsure of which qualification to take, please do contact our team and they can go through your options with you because it can change from location to location, opportunity to opportunity. We can discuss those details with you and find what's best suited for yourself. Okay, so let's have a look through some more questions. Are there any penalties charged if one does not complete the course on time? So if you have a look through our options, we actually offer a huge amount of time with our courses. So I believe the largest course that we provide offers you 8 months. So it's a huge amount of time. That's our, I believe it's our 320 and 300-hour level 5 diplomas. The reason why we offer you so much time with our courses is because they are created to be flexible around your current responsibilities and kids, and you can pick it up and drop it off however you see fit. So really, in essence, you do get provided a huge amount of time to do it. Now, should you need to extend the time, there are extensions on the website. So you can find them there, have a look through, but really you can cross that bridge when you come to it, and you can find that we do provide a lot of time with those courses. Okay, great. So I'll look through some more questions. Oh, great. So here from Robin, did his TEFL with itoI and worked in China and now working in Myanmar. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay, great. Someone's asked, Ducasso, you have any current discounts? We do. Right now we're running quite a big special. We are offering a discount code with this video as well. It's lucky guys. Okay, we're offering a discount. Please check that on the website. On top of that as well, we're offering a discount code. The discount code is the number 5 more. So M for Michael, O for Oscar, R for Romeo, E for Echo, 5 more. You can use that alongside the current discount to get an extra 5% off. So there's a big discount on courses at the moment. So Poonam has sent us a question as well, saying, can you teach online with a 180-hour level 5 TEFL course? That really sort of helps me move on to really the information regarding courses, why you would do different courses, different levels of assessment, hours, and content. So if you're wanting to teach online, you can certainly teach online with a level 5 180-hour TEFL course. Absolutely. You can apply for jobs and there will be jobs that accept that. You have to remember as well, you're entering into a job market and any job market is competitive. So we offer opportunities to get the edge, to get an extra step on the market and improve your chances of employment. Now, employers love to see that you've been trained in that particular medium to teach. So an example would be if you're wanting to teach overseas in Europe, if you're wanting to teach in Asia, and you're looking to teach in a classroom environment, if you've completed a course that offers practical training to teach in a classroom environment, practicing activities, classroom management, that's going to make you more employable than the individual that hasn't. So we offer what are called combined courses, and you can see them on our website. Those combined courses offer a practical 20-hour session over a 2-day teaching weekend where you can actually experiment with activities that can be used in a classroom environment. And you have a special trained Delta qualified tutor who has many years experience teaching overseas, instructing you on the practicalities of TEFL. So once you've completed a course like that, it's going to give you an edge to enter into the classroom teaching market. Likewise, we offer courses that include specific training in online teaching. You can see this in our level 5 courses. The majority of them include training in online teaching. So if you are able to
When
complete
I'm
a
planning my
course that
lessons,
includes that
sorry,
specific
when
training
I'm
and
planning my
is
lessons, you want to
cited
make
on the
sure that you're
certificate,
planning the right
that
time.
will
So how long
obviously
is your
give
lesson?
you
Is it
a
half an
much
hour?
better
Is an
chance of finding
hour?
work than if you don't. On top of that as
Yeah, so if it's
well,
like an hour,
we
half
have
an
released
hour,
a
sometimes 90 minutes,
postgraduate
although I would say
course
90 minutes is
on
probably
our
too long.
website,
I've had maybe
on
one
the
or two
online
that
tutoring
long,
part
but
of our
it's
website.
quite a long time. So you
It's
probably want,
a
I'd
course that
say
we
an
do when
hour
you
is a good
complete
time for
our
you if you're
course.
planning
If you
lessons.
are looking for extra
Um,
confidence in
but yeah,
the
timing is
online
key. So
tutoring
you need
market
to make sure that you're planning the
experience, it's
material
a
to cover
dedicated
that
Zoom
lesson.
practice lesson.
So
And I believe
you
one of
need
my
to make
colleagues have
sure
put
that
a
if you've got
link in
like
there
back-to-back
too, if
lessons,
that's
obviously you
something
don't
that
want
you
to
want to know.
you can't
Great.
overrun. You don't want to be making
Okay,
your
I'm
next
looking through some more
student
of the
late or
questions.
causing them any problems. You need to make sure that you're all
I
on
see there's a
time. So
question
timing
about
is really
teaching without a
crucial.
degree.
You need
Okay,
to
to answer this
what
question,
else do I do?
there are
So I
lots of opportunities
also
around the world to
you
teach
want to make sure that you've got
overseas.
enough
There are lots of
content for the lesson.
teaching
So
opportunities
as I was saying
online too,
before, with the
and they
I2I
will
courses,
vary.
it really
Well,
helps you with your lesson
a whole
structure. That's
myriad of
really helpful.
opportunities from
So
conversational
you can plan your lesson
English,
content,
right up
make
to
sure you've got like your
niche markets like
introduction,
teaching
your
business
warmer,
English.
then
There'll
your
be
bulk of the lesson.
organizations that are
So
extremely
your main bulk of the
strict with their
lesson, and then obviously
curriculum and
your
their
concept checking
expectations.
questions at the
Some that will be
end,
very
just to make
loose,
sure that
just
people are
wanting to
understanding the
speak to
content,
someone, and
nothing's
that
been
will vary
missed,
in
like
pay and
students are
everything else.
understanding.
But those
Also with
opportunities will
timing,
also
it
vary in
depends
their
on if you've got
requirements.
like
You'll see
one
some
to
that are
one, have you got
really,
a
really
group lesson?
specific. They're just looking for
There's a lot of
Canadians
variables, but
with
you don't want to
degrees in
overrun.
business
Also,
in
you don't
business
want
wanting
to
to teach
end up,
business
you've
English.
planned your
And you'll have many
lesson and then you're 50
opportunities that
minutes
aren't
into an
possible.
hour and you still got
They
10 minutes
simply want
left
someone who's
and you're like,
qualified
I've
with
run
a
out of
TEFL
content,
qualification. In
because
a
then
nutshell,
that's
you'll
not,
find that there are
obviously you then
lots of
stuck and
options
you've
to
got nothing
teach
to teach.
online with a
So
degree.
you
You'll
want to make
find
sure
lots
it's
of
better
options
to
to teach
over plan your
online without a
lesson and
degree.
have more
I
content
too
that
have
you can
actually
leave out.
released an
So it's always better
article
to have like, an extra
specifically
couple of
about teaching online
couple of
without a
topics
degree. And we
just in
had
case you
a
need to,
fantastic
you've gone
webinar
through faster than you
with
thought you
an
would.
online tutor,
And
one
also I
of
would
our
say,
graduates, who
yeah, make sure
discussed
you don't
teaching
overrun,
online
and
without a degree. And we're not going
overplan
to
is
do
definitely
anything. So
better.
there are
And
lots
then
of
with the
options there.
content, so
On top of
if
that
you're
as
doing
well,
like
you
an
can
hour
teach overseas
lesson, I
without
would
a
say to
degree.
have like two
When you
topics
speak to
maybe in the lesson, so that you're not just teaching one
advisors,
thing because it
they
could
can
get drag
talk you
on a bit
through
and
the
get a bit
different
boring.
countries that
So I'd
don't
maybe try and
require a
mix it up and
degree
do like sort of
for
almost
the
two
working
lesson plans in
visa.
a way,
And
or
you'll also
if you're
find
teaching grammar,
lots of different options
teaching
regarding
vocab. Depending, it totally
options
depends. If you're
to
doing like a
not get the
reading
working
lesson,
visa.
then just
So,
make
for
sure
example, we have an
that you're
internship in
covering
China, and
covering the material.
China
And say if you
only
want to
needs
do like
degrees
two
for the working
lessons,
visa, but we have an internship
sort of
that's
two
based
lessons
on a
in one
student
within the
visa
hour, and then you
for
just sort
those who
of
don't
keeping it
have a
active,
degree
you're
and are
keeping it
looking
fresh, the
for
students are
some
engaged,
experience.
yeah, and
Great.
you're getting everything
Okay, so
covered.
we'll look
So
through some
obviously if
more
you do a really good
questions.
lesson plan, then everything should go to plan and you won't miss any,
Tracy
you won't be late
has
and you
asked us
won't
a
have
question about,
you won't run out of
can one do
material
level
either.
3 And
so you want to make
level
sure
5
you have
at
like a
later
great
stage.
introduction and
Absolutely.
warmer.
You
So
can
get
do
the students
exactly what you want.
involved,
If you want to
get
do a
them
level
like sort
3
of
first and
engaged in
do
the
a level
lesson.
5
They
later,
know what
that's
they're going to be
not a
learning
problem.
about.
What I would
And also
say,
the main
don't forget
topic,
that
whether
will
that's
influence the
reading,
opportunity that you
writing,
get. So you need
grammar,
to think
that's going to be the main
about,
focus. And
if
then
I
I
do a
said
level
your
3
concept
course,
checking
can I
questions.
still get the
So just make
opportunities
sure
that I
that
want?
everybody
So
is,
what I would definitely
everyone's
encourage doing,
like up to date with where
speaking to
you
one of our
are.
advisors
You're not,
about
and then
what
you've
your
got time to
goals
cover
are.
anything.
We
So if
don't
you
want
need
you
to
wasting your
go
money.
over anything,
If it
you can
doesn't
sort of
match
cover
what you're
anything
looking
again
for,
that's
if
maybe
you are
been missed
wanting
or
to teach
forgotten.
online, we need to ensure that
Again, it always
qualification
depends
includes
on,
training
is
in
it a
online
one-to-one
teaching
lesson?
to
Is it a group
make you as
lesson?
employable as possible.
With the
Now,
concept
when you
checking
do a
questions,
level
you have
3 TEFL
games if
course,
it's a
that is
child
a level 3
lesson.
assessment.
So if
And
you're
when you
teaching with
decide to do a
children,
level 5 TEFL
you
course,
could
you will be
do a lot
starting
of
all over
games, a lot of
again. It's a bit
repetition.
like when
That's
you
really
do a
good
diploma
idea to
and
keep
then
the
decide to
kids
do a
involved,
degree.
get them
You
engaged,
can't
and that kind of
combine a
thing.
number of diplomas together to create a
And
degree.
yeah,
You are
just
now starting a new course.
so let's just have a look
So
at
please
some
keep that in mind.
comments
But
for
what I
a
would certainly
second.
recommend doing is getting in contact with
Yeah, you
us
can watch
and
the
discussing your options and finding the best
webinar
suited
straight
course
away
for
after
yourself.
this if you miss anything. Let's have a
So
look.
looking through the questions now, what is best for teaching business English?
So I'm just seeing all
Now,
the sound
business English is
emails from
something that
before.
people aren't that aware of
Is the
as a
volunteering
market, and it is the
options
most
open?
lucrative market in the
Possibly.
TEFL
I'm not sure.
community.
I don't know if
If you
Pay
have
for
a look at
Airplanes that I
online
volunteer
teaching
with is
boards,
closed at the
you'll
minute
find
because their
these are
term's
the
just
best
starting
paying
this week.
jobs.
So I think
Now,
they've
these
finished
opportunities,
for
they're
now,
looking
but
for people
definitely
who
have a
have
look on
been
Pay for
trained to teach
Airplanes if anyone
business
else
English.
wants
It's
to
not necessarily anyone who
have a look. I think I've
has
shared, I can
experience
just
in
find
the
the
business
information
realm. It
again.
does certainly help if you do.
But if you check out my
But they're not
Instagram, there's
necessarily
a
looking
load
for
of
that.
information
They're
there
looking
about
for the
volunteer
training.
work and
But the
volunteering
best
because I
course
volunteer
to
for Pay
teach
for Airplanes,
business
which is a really good
English
charity.
are
So it's great
any
to
of
get
our
experience
diplomas.
if you need
We're
to
looking
teach
at
in.
the level
I'd
5,
recommend volunteering.
300-hour
That's a
TEFL
really good idea.
diploma, or the level 5,
Let's have a
320-hour
look.
combined TEFL diploma.
Um,
60 hours of
if
specific
anyone's
education
let's see if
teaching
there's any other
business.
questions.
Okay, I'm going to look through.
Okay, so just back on lesson planning. So when I plan my lessons,
please keep telling me
obviously
where you're
depends
from.
on
It's
the
just
target
great to see there's
audience.
so many
So for
different people
example,
from
when I
so many
plan like a
different
child
areas
lesson,
of the world.
so I planned for a
So
family,
Carly
so there's a
Williams has
few
asked us a
children in the
question about the
group, and I
150-hour
did
TEFL
a
course. So
so
that
it's
is a
they were
level
very
3
basic, so they
TEFL
were very
course.
beginner, so like
So
A1,
that course
just
itself includes
starting
the
off.
basic
So
training
it was very
as
like
well as a
fun,
30-hour
friendly, lots of
specialist
colour.
course
So I did
teaching
learning
online.
numbers 1 to 10 and
So
colours.
that is a course
So we
that
did a
we
lot of
offer to people who
games,
are
we did like
maybe
a
already
bingo.
employed
So obviously you
by a
can
provider and they're
teach the
still looking for
vocab,
the
teach the words,
qualification,
and then we
or
did like
they've
a number
managed to find
bingo.
themselves an
Obviously did
opportunity
like
that does
spelling of the
accept a
numbers as
level 3 TEFL
well.
course.
And did like a
Again,
word
we have
search, so
spoken
that was
to
really
quite a
fun.
few
But the word
employers who
search as
are
well,
looking for level 5
they can do that as
assessment,
homework,
but
or
that's
they can
not
just
to
do it as a
say there's a hole in
practice.
the
You don't have to
market
do,
for level 3.
some activities you can do in class, some you could just give them as
So I've been
practice if
asked,
they want
where have
that.
you taught before? So I
Lots
taught
of
in Vietnam
repetition and a lot
for
of
a couple
games
of
with the
years,
children classes.
then moved on to
Also with
Taipei
the
and
adults,
Taiwan,
if you want
and then I
business
taught for 6 months
English,
for a program
then
at Keio
then
University
it's obviously more tailored. It's
in
more,
Tokyo, in
it's
Japan.
going to follow a certain
It's great
structure.
fun.
Whereas the children's lesson, it'll still
See if
follow a
we've got any more
structure, but depending on the
questions.
topic, it might be a bit more relaxed, more games and that kind of thing.
So we have had a
And there's some
question
really good
about
game websites as well and
exam
materials. So we'll come
questions
up to that in the
with
next
regards to the course.
bit.
What I would say, anything to
And yeah,
do
just
with
when you're creating
academic
your lesson
questions,
plans,
please contact the academic team
just make
through
sure.
our company.
Oh, I've
They're
just had
really, really helpful.
We're having trouble
They're
playing this
constantly
video.
striving to
Can
inject
people
as
hear me?
much content into the courses, make them really interactive as well.
I don't know
But
if
on
the
top
video
of
has
that,
just
they
died.
know the course back to front. So
Can
if you
someone
are
comment if they
on a
can hear
course at the
me?
moment, please contact the team. They're really, really helpful. They can offer some really great advice. Lovely to see some people from Australia, South Africa.
I don't know if people can hear me or not.
I had a question here about, do I need to speak
It says,
a
sorry, we're
second language
having
to
trouble with
teach
the video.
abroad? So to teach overseas, when you are teaching in a classroom, you're actually told not to use the local language. That's from my experience. And from the majority of people I speak to, I do have a number of
Oh, you
people
can
who
hear
teach
me
overseas
okay.
who are friends, but people who we speak to through
Okay.
work.
Still got me.
We're
Okay.
always
Well, I have no
discouraged
video,
from
so it
using
just
the
says
local
there's trouble playing the video. So
The simple reason
sorry,
is
guys.
that when you are
I've
stepping
technical
into a
problems
TEFL
today. Don't know what is
classroom as
going
a
on.
student,
Stressing me out.
they
Okay,
should be like
with
experiencing
the online
walking
resource
into a
pack, you
language
get
centre
20 lessons lesson plans. So that's really
New York,
exciting. I'll not show you
London,
the, well, if you
Brisbane.
can see me, then I'll show
It's
you.
about
So you get
trying
the
to
20,
really
you get 20
engage
lesson
them with the
plans
English
from the
language through the
iteFL pack,
skills
and that's with
you've
the
learned
online
through this
teaching resource
course.
pack, which you
So
get free
I
with
still
any
remember when
course,
I
and
did my
that are
TEFL
in this
courses,
book. So I think
practical training
you get a load of lesson
in
plans
the
in this
UK.
book, which is
The
part of the
first
online.
hour within the course, they
So
didn't even
yeah, if
speak
you
English.
as I was saying, if you get the add the ultimate resource pack, if you're buying a course this weekend, add the ultimate resource pack to your basket, and then you can add the code ultimate, and you get the ultimate resource pack for free. And the online resource pack is free with all courses, but for this weekend until midnight on Sunday, you can get the ultimate resource pack for free anyway, like for free. So definitely, really recommend it. It's got loads of lesson plans, loads of information. So I'll go through it again at the end with a breakdown of what's in each one. Okay, so next up, let's look at online materials and free resources. This is really helpful. So I use online materials a lot. There's loads of, we all probably use like online so much now.
To find a job,
there's so much information online, which is really, it's really helpful, and it does save us a lot of time, which is good. So yeah, there's a wealth of resources online, and obviously you just want to make sure that if you are using online resources, make sure that's relevant to your student. And a lot of the time, you can use them. You could use them straight from the get-go, or you can use it as a base. So if you use your lesson planning, you can use that as just a get-go, and you can use that as a base, and then you can amend it accordingly. So it sort of gives you a base to use, and then you can amend it, change the content, but you've got the sort of structure. So a couple of the things I use British Council. So British Council website is really helpful. They do lesson plans for primary school and secondary school children. They do adults from beginners to advanced, as well as business English.
Accommodation.
They also do English teens and English kids for activities and resources. So that's really exciting. That's really good. They provide loads of information. So it's really helpful if you're trying to plan or just look for activities. There is a lot of material out there, so sometimes it's sort of overwhelming because there's too much information. But I think British Council has like a good sort of handle on it. It's got good layouts. It's got a worksheet for the student, and it's got the lesson plan. As I say, just make sure if you do use that, make sure that it's relevant for the student, and you can adapt it as well. As I say, it just gives you a bit of a base. And I started sharing all the info. Thanks, guys.
With different content.
And also another site that I've found lately and sort of used a few times and it's got loads of information is linguahouse.com. So I don't know if anybody's used that or heard of that before. I sort of stumbled across it, but it's actually got loads of information. So that again has lesson plans, lesson materials and resources. That has quite a few free. So sorry, all the British Council stuff is free. Lingua House, that has quite a chunk of free material on it.
It's created a library.
But also has a subscription service, so you can pay to get more lesson plans available. But they have a lot more updated things. So Lingua House every week they do send an email out with weekly updates and provide a lot more like topic based. So things that are in the news, you'll see that they'll do lesson plans about that. So I think that's really good. And they provide everything. So if you need to do like if they provide like the video content, sound bites, they provide the full, like all the material you need, which is really helpful. So that is like a full on lesson plan. So then you can probably just go with that and run that. And that's got the student worksheet and the teacher lesson plan as well. So to say, really helpful. And you can adapt to say you can adapt both. You can adapt them, and it gives you a base for starting if you just want to sort of follow the structure. And a couple of games that I've come to find, which are really cool. One's been recommended to me, and one I've only just sort of used a couple of times. So it's Kahoot, and that's a website, and also you can download an app, and that's really great fun. So you can use that within your classroom. So basically, you can all, even if you're all in different rooms, you all use your phone and you just put a PIN number in, and then you all access like the game. So if you're teaching a grammar topic or a vocab topic or something, you can just choose what you want the game to be, and then you all have your own login, and then you just basically it's like who gets it first, or you have to put something in order. You can do different things. So there's different games. It's really that's really fun. It's a bit of competition. So if you've got like a group, like kids, or maybe older kids and teens, and definitely adults, it's really good. A bit of competitive. Like breaks up the the normal sort of normal lesson plan, and just a bit of something different. So that's really fun and really good. And you can save points and things like that. So that's definitely worth trying. And also Bamboozle, that's a good another online free resource. So that's got loads of games. Again, sort of like, you know, teacher-student related, different topics. I've not used that as much, but definitely have a look at that as well. That's been recommended to me, and that's got games, and just you can have it open, and then if you're teaching something, you can always just be like, oh, let's just try this, and sort of throw it in if it's a bit, you know, you can just mix it up. So that's definitely worth having a go at. And within the essential TEFL ebook, there are loads of like activities as well. So you've got loads of activities. So this is within here again. So with the online resource pack and the ultimate resource pack, you get this as an ebook. So you don't get the full, but you get it as an ebook. And this again has got activities in. So it's got your starters, your warmers, coolers. Just got normal activities along with like your lesson plans and grammar information.
Teaching online and teaching business English.
And there's also an itoI blog, so that's got a load of information on. So I don't know if the itoI guys can find that. I can share that, sorry. And that's got loads of information for free online resources, which is really helpful.
Marketing team.
So yeah, let's just have a look at some more questions.
They may have
let me have a look what's going on.
Testing within their language centre, and so they need someone who can tutor effectively. So getting these large
is it similar to the I Drew online whiteboard? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I haven't heard of that one. I've only recently learned about Kahoot and only used it a couple of times, so it's really fun and something different. So I think that's, you know, if you're planning like, you know, kids, teens, that's definitely a really good resource to use, and it's free. Really easy to set up. You just basically you choose the activity, and then all the students just put a pin in, and then it's sort of like fastest finger, and then they can have like matching and, you know, matching the correct words and putting sentences in the right order. So that's definitely like a really good resource.
These organisations, they do vary.
I already have completed a TEFL certificate and diploma.
How they really teach
people. How do I go about applying for a job? So there's information in the, I think, the online, in the ultimate resource pack, there's definitely information about finding a job, but there's a blog I've seen go live on the itoI site that's got loads of information about job sites and where to look for jobs. So I don't know if the guys can share that. I've just seen that before I started the webinar on Instagram. So there's a new blog. It's got, I think it's got like 6 to 10 different websites on, so it's got loads of information for where you want to look for jobs. So on the main jobs board is the Love TEFL website, so that's really good. And you can search by degree or no degree, and by country. That's got like loads of different jobs around the world. And there's there's lots of different websites, but there's a blog that itoI have done as well that's got a lot of information on. I think there's TEFL.com, there might be TEFL.org, ESL, something. If you check out the blog, there's a load of information on there. And let me just have a look at some more of the comments.
People do.
They're having a lot of technical problems today. I don't know why.
Of course, varying paces.
There we go.
So the person who does 180-hour TEFL course.
Level 3 would I would like to buy the booklet Teach Online. itoI let you know about that, Millie, because I'm not sure how that works.
Although it's provided as an
if you've already done the course,
time that it could take you, people vary.
The ultimate pack for free only if you enroll for a course now, or if I enrolled 10 days ago, do I still get it for free? I'm not sure how that's working, guys, so maybe just message the itoI team. But the code is valid till Sunday at midnight. So you've got, yes, till Sunday at midnight if you buy any course. So as I said at the beginning, with all the different resources, let me go through the list that we have, because we've got loads of information. So with the online teaching resource pack, you've got the ultimate grammar guide, you've got a lesson planning guide, you've got the essential TEFL ebook, you've got 20 lesson plans for teaching English online, you've got teaching English online, ultimate guide to getting started, you've got online prop starter pack, and 10 lesson plans for teaching business English. So loads of information that's in the online TEFL resource pack. So that's free with any TEFL course purchase. And the ultimate resource pack is free until this Sunday. So Sunday at midnight, if you use the code ULTIMATE, So you get all the online teaching resource pack and the classroom teaching resource pack. So with that, you get the warmers and fillers and coolers. You get 20 lesson plans for teaching in a classroom, finding a TEFL job ebook, and flashcards as well. So you're getting 11 ebooks and resources for all for the price for 7 basically. So yeah, it's really good. There's you've got the activities, so there's loads of activities in here. You've got the lesson plans, and you've got a load of grammar. Like I said earlier, grammar is not my strongest point, unfortunately. So it's definitely really helpful when I'm trying to plan a grammar lesson. It's really helpful.
So you can choose.
So yeah, I'm just trying to think. I think I've covered most of it. So I'm just going to have a look if we've got any other lessons, any other questions. So the code Vanessa Ultimate. So Ultimate is a promo code. So you just add the Ultimate resource pack to your basket, and then add in the code, and then you get that for free.
Once they have completed the course.
Let's have a look. See if any more questions.
If you've been looking through this Facebook page, we've been offering a lot of advice and support for those who want to teach online.
I'd like to volunteer in Cape Town, South Africa.
Really constructive, really helpful. I would certainly recommend.
Okay, thanks, Paige. That's really helpful. So if you'd like to volunteer in Cape Town, South Africa, and you don't have a lot of time, you can try Help to Read or Shine Literacy. Thanks, Paige. That's really helpful. That's good information.
That jobs board through our sister company, Love TEFL Jobs.
Let's have a look. Prezi is a good site too. Oh, thanks, guys. Loving all the sharing. That's really helpful. So yeah, and I'm just trying to think if we've got anything else to cover. Let me just have a look. I have notes galore everywhere.
We have a question
so don't forget
Cecilia,
that it's really easy, to get started as a TEFL teacher.
Now,
and like to get a job online, especially now everything with COVID, everybody's gone online. And I started out in March. I've been teaching online since January, but that was with Paper Aeroplanes. So that was a couple of hours a week for charity, for a volunteer, as a volunteer. And then I've been doing it since March full time. And yeah, it's really great. Like you're basically your own boss. So you plan your own schedule. You can plan the time when you want to work, when you want time off. Really easy. And it's great to teach different people. I love that I can teach children in the morning, adults in the afternoon. I can teach business English lesson at night. I can teach all different people, so it's great. So it really mixes up my day. And obviously, if you want to just teach children or you just want to just teach adults, you can then look for jobs accordingly. But there's loads of online resources out there. And yeah, the code is Ultimate for the Ultimate Resource Pack. So if you get a course before the end of Sunday at midnight, then definitely make sure you add that into your basket. And yeah, thank you all for joining, and I really appreciate all the comments. And I'm sorry for the technical problems at the beginning, and I hope the video still says it's having trouble. So I'm just hoping that it's all okay when I click end live. But yeah, thank you all for joining. And if you want any information, contact the itoI team. They're really helpful, and they'll be on hand, for any questions. And also, if you want to check out my website, so I have a website which is katherinkilbane.co.uk. So have a check of there. And also my Instagram. So my Instagram is katherines.esl.online. So if you want to message me or ask me any questions, I just have a look at my page. There's loads of information on there. So I do like weekly blogs and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's really great. I'm so happy that I'm doing online teaching, and I'm my own boss. So yeah, I definitely have a look, guys. So thank you very much.
It's not the combined
thank you.
Course, so it doesn't offer the practical teaching weekend. It's completely online. Now, these courses have been structured to be extremely flexible, so there's no times that you need to attend the course. You do it in your own spare time. With regards to how long it takes, that's really up to you. With that particular course, we'd offer you 8 months to do it, but we've had some people blast through that course. So it's really up to you and how diligent you are, how quickly you want to complete it. But again, these online courses have been structured in a fashion that means that you don't have to log on at a specific time, and that you can then do it at your own pace. That's great. So Zakia has asked, is there a minimum amount of time that you need to teach overseas for? So with regards to how long you can teach overseas, that's really up to you. Often these organizations will offer you contracts, a year's contract with a working visa overseas. But that's not a prison sentence. You can come and go as you see please. the market itself is extremely transient. People come and go all the time without completing their contracts. Something I've seen a number of times. And really, the only thing keeping people there, often the carrot, is the completion bonus at the end of the contract. People are welcome to come and go. So people get homesick, or they find a new opportunity, or they're looking to continue traveling. So really, what I'd say is you can always join organizations with a year's contract or 2 years contract. And that doesn't mean you have to stay there. Okay, great. So Eva's asked, hello, is there a problem if English is not your first language? So the TEFL market is filled with people who are native English speakers and non-native English speakers as well. What I would say with regards to opportunities will vary in requirements. They will vary in what they're looking for people with experience or not experience. For like an entry-level position, they're looking for people with different qualifications, like a degree or not degree. You may find some organizations that have specified they're looking for native English speakers. That's just simply what they've marketed their company as, a language center which is native English speakers. You're also going to find loads of opportunities for those who are non-native English speakers, who have not specified if they're looking for a native or non-native English speaker. What I'd certainly recommend is speaking to the advisor who's providing the course, to search through your options and what you're looking to do. There are opportunities to teach online for those who are non-native English speakers. There are opportunities to teach in countries all around the world for people who are non-native English speakers. It's really about being aware of the market and the opportunities that you've got in front of you. So I'd certainly recommend speaking to one of our experienced advisors. Okay, great. Super. And yes, and so is the 300-hour diploma course the same as the business English course? I believe we offer a business English course add-on with level 3. It's something if people have done the level 3 course, they can add it on to their qualification. But the business English qualification that we offer in the diploma is level 5 assessment. I have to emphasize that it's level 5 assessment. It's marked differently, and therefore it would be respected differently by employers. So David has asked us, will I get a well-paid job with level 5, 320 hours with 0 hours teaching experience? I'd certainly say so. There are loads of opportunities around the world and teaching online for entry-level positions, but those positions will vary in what they pay due to the qualifications that you offer. Now, getting a premium qualification like that will ensure that you do get better jobs than not having that qualification or having a lower level of assessment. So I've only asked about the sale that we're offering. It's been an extension of the sale. They've actually extended until tomorrow midnight. So that is a sale, and you can see on the website there's a huge discount on the current courses. We're also offering with this webinar for you guys an extra 5% discount. So that code is that number 5, and then M for Mike, O for Oscar, R for Romeo, E for Echo, adds you an extra 5% discount that purchase. Okay, I've seen a question about internships as well, something that we've not really gone into. But with regards to the courses that you choose, you can certainly use that course to then get onto an internship. Please do speak to one of our advisors if you are looking at one of our internships. They will give you a discount if you've already done one of our courses. But yes, you will need a course completed when doing one of our internships, especially if it's been a paid internship, because there will be a visa included within the program. Great. Okay, so looking through, so the questions are buzzing off, and we're almost out of time. I hope I've answered a lot of these questions and offered a bit more insight into the different courses. Just to kind of emphasize, it is really important which organization you go with and which course you take. This is why there's a price on the course, because there's a price to accreditation and regulation. But if you are investing in a qualification that's going to enable you to travel the world and get well-paid opportunities and secure yourself with a decent pay, you need to review these aspects and look at the qualification. What does it include? How is it going to help me? Please do speak to an advisor, because this is why we have different courses. They meet your expectations and your goals. So please do contact us when you're thinking about those different options. So David asked me, is business English better paid than teaching TEFL? Yeah, teaching business English is a niche market, and so there is better paid opportunities. So I would certainly, yes, say that if you are looking to teach online, you're just teaching conversational English or teaching English to a university student that's more advanced, the really, in essence, the difficulty in teaching the English as it rises, the pay rises. Teaching business English in itself is a specialist market, and therefore you do get paid more. So just a quick question as well. Can I do the course first and decide on the internship later? I just recommend speak to one of our advisors. You can do that, but they can also do quite a special deal. And some of our internships include courses as well. So do reach out to me or one of my advisors, and we'll have a look for you. Okay, great. We've had so many questions. It's great to see so many different people from so many different locations coming out to us. But that is great. And yeah, just to kind of clarify as well, I've seen a couple of questions regarding the special offer. Yes, so we are running a discount right now for the courses. It had been extended, but this is the last extension until Thursday midnight. But please use this code. So that's the number 5. M for Michael, O for Oscar, R for Romeo, E for Echo, so 5 more to give that extra 5% discount. And I can see here one of my teams put on the link for you to speak to one of our advisors. I'd certainly recommend speaking to them because it is really important which course that you take, which will influence the opportunities that you can get. So I've had here a question about the starter salary for people who want to teach business English. Again, we have an online teaching brochure about the facts of online teaching. I'd certainly recommend having a look at that. There's some averages there for different levels of pay through different organizations and different mediums of teaching online. Have a look there. But also on top of that, have a look through these jobs boards. They do vary in their pay, but you'll see that there is a difference in teaching business English to teaching online basic English. But that's great. And just to kind of summarize, please do review accreditation and regulation when looking through different organizations. And as you can see through our company, we're world-renowned, internationally recognized through this status. But on top of that too, have a look through the different courses. We offer a number of different options there, and we do review on the website why we have these courses. We have courses that are specifically for those who want to teach online. And a complete portion of our website is dedicated to online teaching. On top of that as well, we have a portion of the course that explains the difference in levels, how that can influence the opportunities that you can get, and a breakdown of all the different courses as well. If you're looking to perhaps teach overseas in a program like our China internship or Vietnam internship, have a look at the level 3 TEFL courses. If you are looking to perhaps teach in Europe or teaching in a well-established language center in Asia, or you're looking to teach in a classroom environment in Abu Dhabi or in South America, then have a look at our level 5 courses, like the 180 hour. And if you are looking for some practical training, have a look at the 200-hour combined TEFL course, where you can get some real practical experience. And then finally, if you are looking for the best course on the market, a course that has level 5 assessment that explores teaching online, teaching business English, and teaching online, have a look at our level 5 300-hour or 320-hour course. Those explore all these different markets and really are very, very competitive qualifications. That's great. I can see that our team here has offered quite a few different links for teaching online, the different opportunities that we can help you get. Obviously, please do explore the website regarding the different courses. Our team have a well of knowledge regarding the market. Have a chat about what you're looking to do, and we'll certainly match you to the right course. Great. Okay, that is super. Okay, so I'm hoping that we can answer all your questions. This webinar is due to end, but please do continue to send across your questions, and we're more than happy to answer any of them. Again, if you are looking to contact the team, you can simply click on the link to the website. You can chat to them on the chat box in the bottom right-hand corner, and we offer the contact telephone numbers as well. It's really good to speak to someone on the phone, just to really go through all the details of what you're expecting to do, what your goals are. We can tell you what's viable and what your options are, but also really to give you some clarification regarding these different courses and find out what's going to be best for yourself. On top of that as well, if you are interested in the program, we are offering future dates in 2021. Please have a look there. There's some great options. And yeah, it's been great speaking to you guys. It's been lovely seeing people from all around the world interested in still exploring the world and teaching online as well. But do reach out. My name's Jordan. If you do speak to me in the office, I will be more than happy to speak to you. I will still be happy to offer that 5% discount code until tomorrow at midnight. But thank you very much for your time.